Omówiono najważniejsze sprawy związane z dalszym rozwojem województwa i kraju.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to LiveSciFi.tv. I am your host extraordinaire, Tim. So hey guys, what's up? Tonight is going to be a very simple show. We did Ouija last night, so I'm going to take a break off from it, and we're just going to kind of hang out and just talk. Tonight is a Q&A night. We had a bunch of requests from you guys to do a Q&A night, so I thought what better night than tonight to do a Q&A night. So if you guys have any questions that you guys would like me to answer tonight, if it's regarding paranormal activity, hauntings, horror movies, anything regarding the supernatural, I will do my best to answer them. So tonight we're just going to be chilling. I'm going to be uploading the Black Dahlia EVP session that Cindy and I did last weekend, and shout outs to Cindy. I know you're out there somewhere, but shout outs to Cindy. So yeah, I appreciate you guys watching tonight. So we're gonna get some shout outs really quickly. This is just kind of a spur of the moment show tonight. I didn't really advertise it because I wasn't really planning on doing one, but I thought, why the hell not? So yeah, a lot of very cool and exciting things, hopefully, that I'll be able to announce soon. We're going to also be doing some investigations. Patrick and I are going back out to do a monster investigation, which I've never been monster hunting before, but that should be very fun. So we're going to go on a monster hunt. So hopefully you guys will be interested in that. Do you guys like monsters in the chat? Hey Charlie, what's up? It's Supernatural Kiwi. So yeah, we're gonna be just hanging out tonight. I'm not gonna be doing any Ouija tonight. Just gonna be kind of hanging out, yeah, and talking to you guys. Yeah, we're gonna be going monster hunting. Patrick and I are gonna go take a trip out to the woods and try to find this monster, which I'll be announcing. We're going to go out hunting for. Yeah, I'm very, very excited about that. I'm not going to say what it is, but yeah, it's pretty cool. We have a date planned to go monster hunting. Shout outs to Peter Doyle, and I think it was Scott Mann first, because it's his first video with me. So, humans are the worst monsters. Yes, I'm constantly reminded by that, not by our viewers, but by some other people out there. Yes. And I often say that sometimes the things that scare me most in this world are not the paranormal, but the people that inhabit this strange place. So shout out to Brett Terlersky, I think that's how you pronounce her name, Aaron Belinke, Dana, Paraghoster, Sally Cell, Chris the Blue Party Cat, Miss Sweet Blue Charms, Kyla, Ryan Kennedy, Salma. Alan just said Patrick is going to show you his monster. I hope not. Yeah, I don't really want to see his monster. It might be more like a Oompa Loompa. But shout out to Spanish Luscious, the Monster Hunter. Yeah, we're going to go monster hunting, so that could be kind of fun. I got in a fight with a barber. Yeah, I'm going to shave the whole thing off pretty soon. Yeah, I gotta get my summer cut. Yeah, I don't know. That's right. Shouts to Selma. You are awesome. I agree, Chris V. That's very right. People need to take some ownership of their mistakes. Charlie was asking if I still had a mankini. So a lot of you guys may not remember this, but when we did the Sally House ghost hunt, I think it was about 3 years ago, we actually did a special live POV camera that was attached to the mankini. And we was just kind of, we're having fun. It was like one of the late night things. And I think the mankini is still in Patrick's possession. I think it's probably still in the sleeping bag. Yeah, shout outs to Patchwork Media. Thank you guys. If everyone could please like the show and subscribe if you haven't, I would appreciate it. Thank you, Cindy. I don't really like my haircut. I don't like my haircut. I need salt. Salt with my margarita. Yeah, Dave. Shout out to Dave Bergman. Yeah. Yeah, Charlie remembers. Yeah, so I'm just kind of hanging out tonight. Yeah, if you guys have any questions about anything that's paranormal, I would appreciate it. Shouts to AT Jenna. Tim, will you ever make a TV show? Jonathan, that's a very good question. I don't know. It kind of depends if the right opportunity comes along. I've been approached a lot. And, you know, it really depends upon the right opportunity. And I don't really... You know, it just depends. It would have to be something that I'm very into and a really good concept. Debatable on the haircut. I agree, Pro. Are you going to do anything paranormal? We'll do maybe an EVP session at the end. Yes. But I'm kind of just taking a break from the paranormal today. Ryan Rasmussen asked, do I still hear noises in my home? Yes, I still hear noises in my home, but as Cindy can attest to, they only seem to kick up when I'm actually doing Ouija sessions or EVP sessions and stuff like that. So yeah, they only seem to you know, I only seem to get activity when I'm asking for it. Now, if I don't do anything, it seems to be pretty quiet. Although last week I did have a glass that mysteriously shattered. It kind of exploded in one of the cabinets. So I was kind of debating whether or not to do a show where I just show static cams one night just to see if the cabinets will open upon themselves. Shout outs to Tyler. Happy birthday, Tyler. But because you weren't in chat yesterday, you don't get a birthday song. Gray or GR3 Van Dyke says, what was your scariest encounter? My scariest encounter had to happen at the Sally House when I was there back in 2012, I believe. And that was when the other two investigators that I was with, one got a mysterious phone call from his wife saying there had been a terrible accident. So he just scrammed and left. And so Patrick and I were just alone in the house. And it was like we were being called and kind of preyed upon independently. And we almost, we almost lost it, like both of us at that time. It was like something was kind of violating our space, so to speak. Not our physical space, but our minds. It was very, very scary. And yes, Sarah, that was the only time that I think that I'd ever been somewhat possessed by an entity. It would be pretty boring. I think you guys would probably just watch Patches 24/7. Jose says, hey, will you ever travel to a scary house and live stream from there? Yes, we're working out on a location to go out internationally. We'll be telling you guys more about that location too. But I am very excited about that. We'll be announcing that probably within the next month. So stay tuned. Have you ever encountered any famous spirits like Zozo? Geez, you must be new, Josie. Yes, I have encountered, my first encounter with the entity Zozo was back in 2008 at the Stanley Hotel. And that, interesting enough, was the first time I ever used a Ouija board. One of our viewers, Andis, had asked me to to use a Ouija board on a location. That was the very first time I had ever touched one, was at the Stanley Hotel. And that was the first time that it went to Zozo. And at that time, I don't think there was anything online about the entity Zozo. Brett asks, have you ever been haunted for a few days and used a Ouija board to contact? Yes. We do it all the time. We do it every time we do a show here sometimes. And yes. Tim, will you do a show in a haunted house on shrooms? No, I've never done shrooms before. Although I hear that they're quite crazy. One guy was telling me that he sent me an email a while back and was telling me that he... don't do this, guys. He pretty much went into an abandoned asylum and took a crap load of acid, and now he was complaining that he was having things that were following him around. All I could do was just laugh. I didn't know how to really respond to that. But yeah, it was quite funny. Tim, what was your most memorable investigation? Honestly, the most memorable investigation I had was one where nothing happened. About 2 years ago, we investigated this, it was called Prospect Place in Ohio. And it was my first time being there. I'd heard a lot of things about it. But as we were starting to go out there, a lot of people were emailing me that had just investigated it and were telling me that they had not experienced any activity there. So we pretty much investigated the location for 4 days straight, and we did not have anything happen. And the funniest thing, the reason why it's memorable to me is because we had a bat that I actually had made friends with, who we called Casper, and he was up in the attic where the cross was for supposed satanic rituals and other activities had occurred. But that was a memorable investigation. It was really, really hot. It was about 100 degrees. I don't know what the humidity was, but it was just probably the worst investigation that I think I've ever participated in from a weather standpoint and from an activity standpoint. It's always kind of funny when you go into locations and you expect, certain things to happen, but we did not even get one EVP while we were out there. So that was pretty funny. Someone just said that they should, I should let you, Terra Cake says you should let me cut your hair. Yes, please. Terra Cake, you can cut my hair if we ever go to New Orleans. That would be awesome. The place I went to on yesterday, I'm never going back to again. Someone's saying, what happened to JJ? JJ has actually had a kid, and that's why he left. So yeah, JJ was from our old Justin TV days, and he had duties at home. And yeah, he was not really that much into the paranormal to begin with. I don't know if I'll be ever getting any more mugs. Yes, I've done Ouija in a cemetery. Can I lick my elbow? That's a pretty pretty weird thing to ask me to do. I don't think I'll do that. I'm not sure if you guys are trying to trick me. Tim, this is a good question. B Spore asks, Tim, what does possession or partial possession feel like? Well, to be honest with you, I would say that I was partially possessed once. And that was when we were at the Sally house. And what it feels like, for me at least, and I can only attest to what I felt at that time was I just felt it's almost like you get pushed out of your body. And when that happens, you get pushed out, and it's as if a whole like cloak, like a transparent cloak, like a red cloak for me, like my vision had changed. And it was like I had no control over, I mean, I could see what I did not want to do, but I actually did it. It was weird. It was almost like I felt like I was a puppet that a puppeteer was controlling. I love you too, Silly Cell. Hey BJ, what's up? What's up, Muffin? So what are the basic signs of possession? So there are many signs to, it's everybody's birthday today. So yeah, there are many signs of possession, but one of the very first telltale signs of possession is just lack of energy. And the reason for this is because you have something attached to you that's feeding off of your energy. So, yeah, Jonathan Pokeoka asked, will you ever investigate a mental asylum? Yes, we investigated Rolling Hills and several times. And we got some interesting stuff there. I had some interesting experiences. I would love to go back to Rolling Hills. The last time I went there, it was negative 20 degrees. It was really cold. It was really, really cold. And that was probably the coldest investigation that I've ever been on. And we were troopers. We did it for 8 hours. So that was pretty intense. But yeah, I like asylums. I just have always chosen homes, smaller properties to do. Tim, out of all the rituals and creepypastas, which one did you feel was the most legit? That's a good question. The one where I felt I got, the most activity from would have to be the one-man hide-and-go-seek experiment. And it could be, one of the reasons why I think I did get stuff from doing that was because I had chosen older dolls. And I was getting like EVPs. Like, I don't know if you guys remember Ed and Lorraine, the two really old Raggedy Ann dolls. Those dolls were over 100 years old. Like, and you know, they had energy just alone with them. But I think when we did the experiments, I did one here with Ed, I believe, and I took Lorraine out to the Sally house, and I did that when I investigated the house alone. And as I was doing the experiment, it was kind of trippy because the ovilus had said Sally, you know, and play with the doll or something like that. And that was really cool to get that on the ovilus at that time. And it seemed like as I was doing that experiment, and as I was sitting down, once I had commenced the ritual, the activity in the house, at least in the Sally house, seemed to pick up a lot more. So that was really cool to try to do that there. Yeah, and if you guys ever want to, Jen Treasure Trove 952, she actually has like a lot of really cool like post-mortem Victorian death photographs and dolls that she sells. So yeah, she sells them on eBay. So she has a ton of really cool stuff there. Bill A says, have you ever investigated Eastern State Penitentiary? No, I've never investigated Eastern State. I've been to Moundsville before out in West Virginia, but no, never been out there. It says, I've done Midnight Man Face Kicker. Yeah, we have it up there. I was thinking maybe next week we can explore this Indonesian doll ritual that I was reading about today that involves wooden dolls and conjuring and summoning spirits into this wooden doll. I gotta find a wooden doll, so I'm gonna make some rounds to the local antique stores and see if I can find one of these wooden Indonesian. Did you guys hear that? That was weird. Someone just like totally made a noise in here. I'm not sure if you guys heard that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually editing down. I have so much footage to edit down, you guys. There's a lot that I'm actually going through right now. And so those will be posted up very shortly. I have never been to the Monroe House, but it was funny. Nanette C says, have you ever been to Australia? Australia is moving up on the top of the list of places that I want to travel to. And I can see us doing an investigation out there in the next year. Brandon Yuri asks, hey, do you think Hasbro Ouija boards are fake? Now, I'm going to pull this out here really quickly here. This is a... now that we're on the subject of Ouija boards here, I don't have... Let's see. I think I have this... Fuck. Let me give a review on a Ouija board here. Give me a second here. I'll just pull this out. Now, I collect Ouija boards, as probably some of you guys may know from the chat, but I got this one just to add to the collection. And this thing, honestly, I would not get this piece of crap. This is like probably the shittiest Ouija board that you can ever get. It is absolutely horrible. This is a Hasbro board. I actually took the board and I cut it up and actually put it behind one of the scrying mirrors that I use. Because I was thinking of doing an experiment regarding black scrying and Ouija. But I haven't done it yet. But as I wanted to use it for something, because I know I would never ever touch it. But this is the shitty planchette they give you. There's like a battery in it or some shit, and it's just a total like plastic piece of shit. Like I would never ever use this ever. It's absolutely horrible. Like I don't know, can you guys hear that? It's just god awful horrible. I don't know. I was thinking of maybe trying to make something out of it, but it's just totally worthless. It's like $30. So yeah, if I was out there, you know, looking for a Ouija board, I would start off with just getting, you know, one of the ones before this. I think, you know, Hasbro, or I don't know, not Hasbro, but Parker Brothers makes one, and it's just like a basic Ouija board. That was the very first Ouija board that I ever used at the Stanley, where I got the Zozo response. So that's a pretty cool Ouija board. It's cheap. There's a lot of them out there. They even have pink Ouija boards now for all the ladies in the chat room. So if you guys want to rock the pink, if you guys love pink, then rock the pink Ouija board. And if you are really like, you know, want to get into it, you can like go all out and get like a wooden fold board. I always like the older boards. There is no really starting. It's all about the individual. It's not about the board. It's about the individual when doing stuff like that. Even when investigating, it's always important to remember it's about you and your connection to your equipment. So whatever feels right to you is what I would recommend in getting, if that makes sense. You know, I always just like going to antique stores and kind of looking around and, you know. What was the scariest moment in my life? That's a good question. What was the scariest moment? The scariest moment in my life. The scariest moment in my life would have to be the day that I went cliff jumping, because I am absolutely terrified of heights. Our next live investigation is coming very soon, you guys. It's coming very, very soon, and we're going to be announcing where it is and stuff like that. Yeah, it's very, very exciting. So I will announce it as soon as I can. But You know me, I like to keep surprises for you guys. Yeah, I try to, Pie Dad. I try to. Would you guys like a Ouija board? Should we do like a Ouija board giveaway contest? Perhaps we should do a Ouija board raffle. Should we do a Ouija board raffle? Ravioli? That's awesome. Who's eating ravioli in my cabinet? Since 2008. I hate heights. I'm absolutely petrified. I hate living on like the 3rd floor. Yeah, I believe everyone has guardian angels. Yeah, someone asked in the chat, do I have any paranormal shows that I grew up watching? Sightings was like one of the very first paranormal shows that I remember watching, but I've always been into like weird shit, like horror movies and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys remember Creature Feature Saturdays. Who in the chat remembers Creature Feature Saturdays? Those were fucking awesome. Yeah, the Creature Feature Saturdays is right after cartoons were on in the morning. They would have these old like creature feature or whatever. They call them creature feature, but they were always like these old like black and white horror movies where you had like Dracula, Frankenstein, you know, all these really cool things. But yeah, I got into X-Files for a little bit, and then yeah, Sightings was cool. Yeah, they don't do Creature Feature Saturdays anymore. Yeah, those were awesome. And what was the name though? The Creature of the Blue Lagoon? You guys remember that? Yeah, they don't do that anymore. Those were like the good old days. I mean, maybe I don't think I'm that old, but I used to love that. Herman, we're going to be doing that next week. We're just kind of chilling out today. Robin asks, are you sensitive or psychic? I am somewhat psychic or sensitive. Yeah, I don't really advertise it. What, Lacey Kolar asks, or actually Joseph Steiner asks, what do I think of UFOs? I don't know. I've never seen a UFO. I think I've seen one, but I can't be for sure. You know, I do think it's possible that there's life out there, but I am not entirely sold on the fact that they're coming here and having sex with our cows. And all that shit. I don't know. I just think it's really weird. Or ripping the intestines out. I can't say yes or no, but I just think it's really weird. Much like the Bigfoot phenomena, that nobody has found any bones of these beings or like, you know, artifacts. I find it hard to believe that our government is like covering up everything. But hey, I'm open to the possibility. I just have never been abducted by an alien or been probed by one, so I can't say for sure yes or no whether they exist. To me, at the end of the day, I know, and it's the same thing about ghosts and all this stuff that I do. I can't say at the end of the day whether or not I am talking to a ghost. It could be some type of projection that I am projecting out, like on my recorder. I'm totally open to that possibility. I do think that humans are amazing and that we can do, there's a lot more things that we can do that we aren't fully aware of yet. So that's one of the big questions I have, is whether or not we are actually speaking to ghosts or whether we are actually projecting these energies and having them manifest on items such as recorders and what else not. That, to me, it always fascinates me. I do believe, you know, there's a really good show that I saw the other night. It was a documentary by Josh Zeman, and I forget the name of it, but he produced and made the movie. What's it, Cropsy, and there was another one called something Killer Legends, I think is the movie I saw, and it's all about how people, how these urban legends are created, and the fact versus the myth behind them. And it was kind of creepy because just about 2 weeks ago I saw this movie called The Town That Dreaded Sundown, and that was based off of a little town in Texas called I think it's Texarkana. I could be butchering the name, but it was kind of interesting to see how these murders that occurred in this town 60 years ago still haunt the people that live in that town. It's kind of sad. Miss Sweet Blue Charms asks, what are my thoughts on canned tuna? I don't eat canned tuna. I used to love making tuna melts, tuna sandwiches. I used to love tuna, but I do not love tuna anymore due to the high mercury content. Yes, I have seen the silent film Nosferatu. Yeah, some of the movies that I am looking forward to watching are Sinister 2, Poltergeist, and Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimension. And there was this new movie I just saw a preview for today. It's about, I forget the name of it. It's about these people that travel to Czechoslovakia, and it's about these cannibals that are eating people and stuff like that. It looks pretty good. I just also saw the movie online for It Follows. So It Follows is pretty good too. It's a pretty good movie. It was all 80s. Yes, has anybody seen It Follows in chat? It was a pretty good movie. We can take some questions from Twitter here at LiveSciFi. If you guys have any questions here, someone says, let's see here. Is it a bad thing? I don't know. Is it a bad thing? I don't know what that is in reference to. Shout out to Joseph Sweeney because he said I missed him. Let's see here. I think I'm trying to catch up. Kimmy Aurelian says the Booth brothers have great documentaries. Yeah, they do a good job. Do your neighbors know that you do these shows or ever complain of weird shit happening in their apartments? No, they don't complain. I don't even think they even speak English. Yeah, I don't think they even speak English. Yeah, I've been to Stanley. The Stanley is like one of my favorite places to investigate. Not because it's haunted or whatever like that, but because the food, and it's just like really relaxing being up in that mountain air. It's just a cool location. It's one of my favorite places to investigate. I've always gotten some pretty cool evidence from there. Amanda Anderson asks, when are you investigating in Indiana? I'll actually be in Indiana in July. So if you guys have any suggestions and where you would like for us to go, please let me know. Has a demon ever physically hurt me? Yes, I've been scratched by entities. I don't know, once again, if it's a demon. I can't say for sure. That's just my thought. I think it is, but I can't say for sure whether it is or not. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll ever know the answer to that, but I'm trying to get the answers as best as I can through the methods that I use. I'm not saying they're the best methods, but I try my best at the end of the day. Yeah, so if you guys have any more questions, it's a hell of a lot easier for me to see them on Twitter. What is your favorite, Aaron asks, what is your favorite paranormal investigation movie? And can I get a shout out, please? At Asa619. My favorite paranormal investigation movie of all time would have to be, and it's not really a paranormal investigation movie, but it kind of is. Well, I guess it is, but whatever. It's Blair Witch. It's just like it's just a creepy movie. I can watch that movie I don't know how many times, and I always pick up something new on it. It's just fun. These guys go out, these 3 people go out into the woods, and have all these experiences, and that's cool. August fan asks, are spirit boards the same as talking boards and the same as Ouija boards? Yes, they're all the same. They're just different terms. Diana Hilburn asks, what do you think of black-eyed children? I don't know. I personally think it's just another urban legend that, much very similar to Slender Man, where I think that someone came up with a really good story one day, and now that this story is out there, people are having this kind of mass projection effect and creating tulpas, and these beings now are actually real. Very similar to a lot of these hauntings at these locations. Damien Carrillo asks, what is your channel about? Well, Damien, that's a very good question, and welcome. Tonight we're just kind of chilling out, but this channel is all about paranormal, finding the paranormal and documenting it live. And then we make little crazy episodes, and we try to explain what our evidence better. But we basically try to get you, the viewers, and it's always been my intent to get you guys involved in the investigations as best we can, so we can hopefully get some answers about these unexplained, anomalous things that everyone seems to experience at one time in their life or another. So I always think that there's a lot of skeptics out there, but I always am a firm believer that at one point, there's always that one point in someone's life where they experience something paranormal. And a lot of people, like myself, are very fortunate to experience this type of stuff when we're young, and other people experience it when they die, and that sucks. So I'm hoping that, by watching the show, even if you haven't had an experience, that we can share our experiences together. Do you think that demons are in your house? Cheerio asks. No, I don't think that they're in my house. Yeah, I don't think they're in my house. If they do, I feel very sorry for them, because my house is very small. So I hope that they pick a bigger house. Someone asked, hey Tim, who's your favorite music artist? Right now I like Borgore. You guys have been in chat know who Borgore is? Borgore's pretty good. I like Zomboy. I like a lot of EDM music. Borgore, Zomboy. I also like a lot of classical music, like Chopin. You guys know who Chopin is? Yeah. Stan Getz. Yeah, I like to do the full spectrum. Someone asked, what was your first experience with demons? My first experience, negative experience I ever had was at my parents' house when I was a little kid, and I will never talk about that in depth, and only a few close people close to me know what happened, but I will never forget that experience. Basically, it changed my outlook on a lot of the things that I was experiencing at my parents' house. Yeah, Gordon Chocolate says, hey, how do you promote this channel? I basically just asked you guys to help me with promoting the channel by sharing, telling your friends and family. I appreciate all that, and I realize, at the end of the day, that I could not be doing this without you guys. So I'm totally thankful for all the support and all the kindness and cool people that I've met throughout the years, doing these shows. There's been a lot of cool people that I've met by doing this show. So, and it's really, I really feel grateful at the end of the day for that. So thank you. Juan Moran says, hey Tim, do you think a ghost or demon is watching you? I don't worry about that shit. Like, I think you know, if you're going to spend your time worrying about ghosts or people or even demons or even just stupid people watching you, or any of that crap, I think you're wasting your time. I think there are far more better things to concentrate and to do than worry about that. Life is too short, you know, as one of my friends was saying, than to focus on that. And really, you know, I find that, you know, when people don't do that, especially myself, when you don't focus on that stuff, you know, it just, you know, you're able to have a happier life. So, and I don't think that you give those things that, you know, really any energy. You don't, you know, as long as you don't feed them, it will not come bugging you. But if you start feeding them with negative shit, then you're gonna be in a world of hurt. Why are you not wearing a cross on your neck? I didn't take it off. I actually give my necklace to my son, so he's wearing it right now, so I don't have a necklace on. Do you believe in sleep paralysis? Yes. Yeah, I think there's a lot of things out there that can be attributed to just normal things like sleep paralysis. Like a lot of people say they're attacked by ghosts at night or whatever like that. But a lot of it, you guys, is not paranormal. But there are times when it is, and that's what makes it really interesting. Are finding the places and the people that are haunted by these beings, you know. And it's, I don't know if you guys ever heard of Occam's razor. Anybody in the chat have heard of Occam's razor? Sorry, Saeed, didn't mean to put you to sleep. I hope my words are calming you guys and you guys are falling asleep. But yeah, Occam's razor is something, to put it in just total layman terms, it's if there's a high chance of something happening normally and not, I'm putting it in a paranormal sense, something happening like rationally, you should come up with that like 90% of the time there's a rational answer to something. You know, so I kind of laugh at, you know, a lot of these people that are using these apps are saying, oh, you know, I'm talking to whatever. If there's a ton of people out there that are suddenly using an app or any other type of device and suddenly getting a ton of responses with it, I can guarantee you that it's not paranormal, no matter what people say. So, you know, paranormal, you know, for me at least, is not something that happens all the time. You know, it happens, you know, when you get stuff, it happens at very select times. That's why a lot of the locations that I pick, I go back to, because I've had a high success rate with capturing evidence there. I mean, I can go back to Prospect Place and hang out with the bats, or I can go to places where we've captured stuff in the past, you know. So that's what's always been fun for me. Oh, I love you guys too. Thoughts on exorcisms and experiences? Yeah, you know, exorcism is a very interesting topic. I think a lot of it, I don't think that there are as many people possessed as some exorcists say. So I think, you know, a lot of these like mass, I'm sure you guys have seen this. There's a really cool documentary on Voodoo, on exorcism, where this priest travels to, he's a Spanish priest, and he does these mass exorcisms in Spain where people are just lined up and he's exorcising them and they're just falling down and being passed out. I think a lot of it is psychological. It's kind of like a psychological shock of realizing that there is something above you and that you don't have control over everything, and learning to release that. I think a lot of exorcism, the purpose of exorcism is that a lot of it is psychological release, a jolt. But then you have these people like such as Annalise Michel who are, you know, who become possessed, and there are no scientific, no other psychological reasoning behind it as to what has overtaken them. So, you know, you have these priests that go in and perform the exorcism, And what a lot of people don't understand, what I don't even understand, is how do these beings and why do these beings pick these people? Like, what is their rationale for doing that? Like Annalise McKell, she was a devout Catholic. She was baptized. She was not like a drug addict or anything else, and yet she, for whatever reason, was preyed upon by this demonic being. I don't hate Canadians. No, my dad's a Canadian. Yeah, I believe that dreams are very, for me at least, they're very spiritual. I don't dream that much, and so whenever I do dream, I maybe dream like maybe 3 dreams a year. And I had a dream last night that had to deal with some family members. So I always wonder, when I do get these, they're very prophetic, and I always wonder, like, what is the meaning? Like, why am I dreaming this? So, to me, they're kind of cool. I wish I dreamed more. I wish I had, like, some crazy dreams, but unfortunately I don't. Hey, Kayleen, what's up? Yeah, Carol Ann is naked. I gotta put her dress on. She is completely naked. I've never worked with Sylvia Brown, but I will say this, that there are a lot of people out there who claim to be sensitive and claim to be psychic, but at the end of the day, they're not. One of the very first things I learned when I was investigating with my first paranormal group called Bay Area Paranormal, it's called BAPI in the Bay Area. And I was like a lowly tech for them, but it was a great learning experience. And the one thing that I grabbed from that group was that they used psychics and intuitives on their investigations, and it did teach me to be really skeptical of, and yet somewhat appreciative of, real sensitives out there, because there are real sensitives out there, but they are really, really hard to find. So as many people, as many sensitives and psychics there are in the paranormal community, you have to be very careful as to who you work with. Yeah, I don't know what I am. I'm still trying to figure it out. And a lot of this whole investigating and stuff like that I do, and a lot of the things that I do on the show, is kind of at my own personal journey in discovering the paranormal. And discovering like what type of abilities that I have, because I believe that everyone out there has abilities. Everyone out there has their gifts, and it's just about how you utilize them. Hey, Samina. Yeah, it's just all about how you utilize them. I do believe in doppelgangers. Yeah, that really freaks me out. I think that there are such things as doppelgangers. I would be really freaked out to see myself. A lot of people, I'm sure this has happened to everyone. It happens to me a lot. Like, people are saying, like, oh, I saw you at the mall the other day. Weren't you at the mall? No, I wasn't at the mall. People always say there's like other people out there that look like me. Good night, Jellybee. I would love to go to Rhode Island. I've never done an investigation in Rhode Island before. I don't know. I'm Catholic, so I don't know. Like, I've thought about reincarnation a lot. I do think it's possible. I believe that there are some people out there who just look like they've been here before. I don't know how to describe it, but I do believe in exorcisms and reincarnation. I just don't know. I guess I'm the type of person where I have to experience it to believe it. A Nazi ghost story? I don't know any Nazi ghost stories. No, but we'll be going out there pretty soon, Kevin. Actually, I have done investigations in Arizona. I investigated the birdcage in the Bixby Hotel. Good day, mate. Good day, mate. Good day, Lauren. The can dance? I can try. Real ghost stories. At Bree County Ghost. I'm going to put that, face kicker, I'm going to put that in my phone right now. I'm going to put that in my phone. Would you guys want to do a raffle for a Ouija board? Next week, we'll sell some tickets. And then we'll do a little raffle, a Ouija raffle. When my son turns 18, he can do whatever the hell he wants. I will tell him about my experiences, and if he wants to be in the paranormal, then so be it. But for me, personally, I've learned a lot from the paranormal, and I would never advise anybody from learning more about themselves. I think that's completely stupid. So for me, the paranormal has been a real blessing, because I've learned a lot about myself and a lot about myself spiritually and a lot about people out there. So I would never ever advise anybody from not doing that. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna do a raffle next week. So yeah, you know, I would never advise anybody from learning more about themselves spiritually, or it's all about a quest. I can read this, Nicholas. I would love to go to the Lizzie Borden house. That story has always intrigued me, and for whatever reason, I always get drawn to like axe murder houses. Oh, Eddie, you got the same glasses? Awesome. You want me to tell you a scary ghost story? Gordon Chocolate says, what do you think of other paranormal or supernatural TV shows? I don't really watch them. The only show I've watched, you guys, that is a paranormal show in the last probably couple months has been Paranormal State. Yeah, I watched a couple of the old Paranormal State episodes, just because I like the format and stuff like that. So yeah, I watched a couple of those, and that was about it. And I did watch the a couple of the sightings episodes before I went out to the Sally House. The Sally House was featured on there, and the Paranormal Witness episode. Good night, Muffin Lord. Yeah, I love the Exorcist movie. I actually have the original edition of The Exorcist. Pretty cool book. This is first edition. I read a lot, so this is an awesome book. This is the first edition of the Exorcist here, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, the pages are all uncut. It's hardback. Really good book. What was your most scariest? I already said that. These are a lot of the same questions. What's SCP? I don't know what SCP stands for. Yeah, I investigated the Bartonsville Asylum in Peoria, Illinois. I love waffles. Yeah, my house is kind of dirty. It's kind of. I'll show you to you guys next week. Yeah, one of the places I actually wanted to investigate, just because I thought it would be kind of interesting, would be the old Anton LaVey house in San Francisco. But I don't think it exists anymore. What's up, Dobie? Thank you. Yeah, it's my creature feature shirt. So I think that's pretty much it, you guys. I don't know. Do you guys have any other questions? Is your house haunted? Not at this moment. I don't know. I hear some things. If I believe it's haunted, then I'll lose my mind. I'm just kind of... Is there anything you won't do? A boundary? I don't think so. Unless it involves heights or like hurting something or someone. I would never hurt someone or something intentionally. That's just, I've never done that and never will. But and if it were to involve heights or something like that, I probably wouldn't do it. Like if somebody wanted me to do an EVP session on top of the Eiffel Tower or some shit like that, I don't think I would do that. I'm also extremely claustrophobic. I hate being in tight spaces, even like a closet. I just fucking hate that. So there's two things, and I hate snakes. So if there was like an investigation where there's a potential to be a rattlesnake or something like that, I will not do it. I fucking hate snakes. Like there's any animal that can like not exist, I wish it to be a snake. And cats, because I'm fucking allergic to cats. But yeah, I just hate snakes. I hate them. Hate them. Hate snakes. Yeah, I don't know. Don't get me talking about snakes, but I hate snakes. Yeah. I don't know. I tried it before, and I just haven't had any effect with. I mean, maybe I was just doing it wrong, or maybe I didn't do it right. But yeah, I'm not into. I mean, I'll try different things just to try them. Like, I guess like one of the reasons why I do this show is like to show you guys that some of these things aren't as taboo as people say they are. And at the end of the day, I've tried them, and I share as much as I can with you guys about my experience doing some of these things. So I think everybody's different, but you know, like at the end of the day, I'm cool. I'm living a happy life. I'm happy, and you know, I'm not possessed. So when will you go to the Sally House? We were just at the Sally House. Yeah. Tell us about the ghost lady in white. The ghost lady in white. What do I have in my fridge? I have pizza that's been in there for like 4 days. I have beer in there. I have Gatorade. I have chicken pot pies. I have raviolis. I don't know. Bell peppers. And not I have to go to the store. So there is a shadow. I think it's my shadow. Have you ever been touched by a demon? Yes, I have, Eddie. Yes, Manchester United, Gabriel. Yeah, we're going to be doing a Ouija, I think, raffle next week. So I think that would be kind of fun to do a Ouija raffle. So I'll be giving away the LiveSciFi via the Ouija raffle. So all the money will go to new equipment for the show. I am part German, Jake. Do you do fan mail? Yes, I do fan mail. What do demons feel like? Yeah. I really want to see that new movie though, that I gotta look it up real quick here. Let me look it up here. It was like something like I'll tell you guys next show. It's gonna take too much of my time to find it. But anyways, you guys, everyone have a good night. I'll get some last minute shout outs here. I know it's getting late. Patches is outside. Here, you wanna say hi to Patches? Come on. Come on, girl. Come on. Can we get some shout outs, Patches? Come here. Come here, girl. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, there you go. There you go. There you go. Okay. So, Patches and I will get some shout outs really quickly. Patches is excited, as you can see. Hey, thank you. Yeah, I use Crest. Okay. So, yeah, Unfriended looks kind of cool. It Follows is pretty good, though. Yes, Cindy and I are dating. Okay. I do skateboard. Okay. So let's see. We're going to get some shout outs here. All right, Patches, you ready? You ready to go? Oh, jeez. We're ready? Okay. We'll get some shout outs here. DJ Shadow, Gordon Chocolate, Kayleen, Gina, Brendan Yuri, Face Kicker, Supernatural Kiwi, Brandon. We'll be doing some creepypasta stuff next week, and I think we're going to try that Indonesia doll ritual, which is very similar to One Man Hide and Go Seek, but it involves a little bit more steps. Midnight Light, Scott Mann, Gabriel, Dreamy Skies, Vinny Flynn. Do you have anybody you want to give a shout out to? No? Okay, she just wants to lick me. Alright. Desmond, Selly Cell, who else? Pie Dad, Evil Girl Rocks, AT Jenna, Ashley, Ryan, Damien, 57HD, Dobie, Quentin, Lauren, MC Sweet Blue. Thanks for coming in tonight, you guys. I didn't even advertise the show tonight. It was just kind of a last second deal. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. Patches, stop. Okay. Yeah, Patches is totally liking the licking right now. Vinny, Natalie, Paraghoster, everyone, we are wishing you a good night. Misty Proxy, Deadly Demon, Smuggle Henry. Yeah, everyone, thanks for sharing. Thanks for liking the show. Thank you for subscribing. And Savannah, Carpe Noctum, what's up? The Bingo Club. Everyone have a great weekend. Yeah, I'm gonna be editing this weekend, and yeah, well, I'm gonna put that. Hopefully, I can find a wooden doll. I'm looking for a wooden doll. No, Scott, no. So, zombie story. Yeah, if you guys have any ghost stories or anything else like that you want to share, you can put them up on the LiveSciFi.tv website. So, yeah, we have forums up there, and it's a really cool place. It's kind of like your guys' own little nook and cranny to talk about the paranormal without, your mom seeing it. So, all right, you guys. Well, everyone, have a good night. And yes, we got some amazing EVPs from the Black Dahlia. And the reason why it's taking me a little longer is because I had to do some research on the name that we got for the killer, which actually has a connection to the lipstick killer. So, pretty freaky. Who was never caught. Well, anyways, you guys, everyone have a great weekend. Stay safe. And I know I'm going to be enjoying the weather this weekend. It's about 80 degrees out here in San Francisco. So you can send fan mail to our LiveSciFi@gmail.com, Desmond. And I do my best to respond to everyone. So thank you guys. And everyone, Saeed, Pink, Rella, Pink, Pavita, Carly, Henry, everybody. Husky Gaming, yes. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and have a great weekend. Yeah, and we need more people in the forums, so let's flood the forums tonight. LiveSciFi.tv, you guys, if you haven't. Anyways, you guys, I will talk to you later. All right, you guys, and Mikkel, let's go to peace, you guys. Everyone, have a good weekend.